Hello friends, I'm Rudraksh and welcome to my channel JMB Rudraksh Science Classes. So friends, in today's video, I'm going to discuss the chapter Motion and Measurement of Distances for the NSO Olympiad. So let's start. So our first question is, a cyclist moves from a certain point P and goes round a circle of radius A and reaches Q exactly at the other side of the point P, as shown in the figure. What is the displacement of the cyclist would be? So the correct answer for your question number 1 is option number C. How? I'll tell it to you. As we know that the displacement is the shortest path. So like for the first, like when he cycled from P to Q along the curve, so he is doing the distance, he is traveling the distance, but the shortest path from P to Q would be A plus A or 2A, which is option number C. So correct answer is option number C. And next question is question number 2. Read the given statements and select the correct option. Statement 1. The displacement of a body may be 0 though distance can be finite. Second, if a body moves such that finally it arrives at initial point, then displacement is 0 while distance is finite. So the correct answer for your question number 2 is option number A, which says that both statements 1 and 2 are true and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. Because when a body moves from one position to another, the shortest distance measured between initial and final positions of the moving body in a particular direction is called the displacement, as you all know. And the actual length of the path traveled by the moving body in a given interval of time is called the distance. And displacement of a body may be 0 though distance can be finite. For example, in the case of a circular motion, if a body comes back to its initial position, then distance traveled is finite but displacement is 0. How? I will tell it to you. Like this is our initial position and this final position is also our final and initial position are same. So when we go from here to here, the displacement would be 0 but the distance would be finite. So that's why option number A is correct for this question number 2. Next is question number 3. In circular motion, the direction of motion is fixed. Direction of motion changes continuously. Acceleration is 0. Velocity is constant. So the correct answer for your question number 3 is option number B, which is direction of motion changes continuously. Because when an object moves along a circular path, it is known as circular motion, and the direction of a motion at any point is given by the tangent at that point, which changes continuously. Like this is our path, and once person is going towards this side, so his direction is this. When he comes to this place, his direction is this. When he comes to this position, his direction would be this, and when he will come at this position, his direction would be this. So continuously the direction is changing in the circular motion. So that's why option number B is correct. And next question is question number 4, which says what causes a moving body to resist a change in its state of motion. So they have asked that what causes a moving body to resist a change in its motion. Option are its acceleration, its speed, its inertia and its weight. So correct answer for your question number 4 is option number C, because the property of a body by virtue of which it resists any change in its state of rest or of motion in a straight line on its own is called its inertia. Next is our question number 5. A rider on horse falls back when horse started running all of a sudden because. So the correct answer for your question number 5 is option number C. This is because when a rider on horse falls back when horse started running all of a sudden, because of the rider is in the state of rest, initially the later inertia of rest keeps the upper part of the body at rest while the lower part of the body moves forward with the horse. This means that like this is the person, like I am assuming a person here, like this is the person and this is the horse. So the upper part of the body is at rest only, but horse started to move suddenly, so the lower part of the body also moves and the upper part of the body being in rest falls down. So this is the reason why option C is correct for the question number 5. Next is question number 6. 1 centimeter on a scale is divided into 20 equal divisions. The least count of this scale is, so the correct answer for your question number question number 6 is option number D, which says that 0.5 mm, because 20 divisions is equal to 1 in 1 centimeter. One division would be 1 upon 20, which would be 0.05 centimeter, and 0.05 centimeter can be also represented as 0.5 millimeter. That's why option number D is correct for your question number 6. Next is your question number 7. Match the following and select the correct option from the codes given below. So these are the column, and the correct answer for your question number 7 is option number A, which says that A would be matched with 5, as we know that the railway engine would be a metric ton. Second, B with 4th, powder of chili in grams, because we take chili powder in grams. Next is sack of wheat, as we know that we take sack of wheat in quintal, and like D, bag of sand would be represented in kg, because there is sand bag, and we represent the bag of sand in kgs. And we know that the tablets, they are in milligrams, as we know that some tablets, like you will take your paracetamol, it is 500 mg, you have seen on it 500 mg, the Dolo, which is 650 mg, 500 mg, and etc. So that's why option A is correct for your question number 7. Next is question number 8. Which of the following motions are periodic as well as oscillatory? So let's see the options. First, second, third, fourth. So the correct answer for your question number 8 is your option number B, which says that second only. Second only, because only second shows the periodic as well as oscillatory motion. It is showing to and fro, as well as motion which is repeating after regular intervals of time. How? So like as you can see that in the second figure, it is a pendulum. We know that pendulum covers a certain distance, like from here and then here to here. Like I am going to see that from its mean position to here, then back to mean position, then back, and then again to mean position. So like pendulum, I assume like pendulum covers this distance in 1 second every time. So that's why it is an periodic motion, and also it is an oscillatory motion, because it is doing a to and fro movement. So because of this reason, option number B is correct for your question number 8. I hope you liked my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get notifications on my future video. Thank you.